Hello and welcome to Daytime Today. I'm James Lott Jr. of JLJ Media. I wanted to do kind of a quick follow-up to my last video. Thank you so much. Over 1,000 people watched it and are listening, and people are listening. The downloads are listening to it after just a day or so of it being out about the daytime Emmy situation with me. And I want to thank everybody for the 95% positive comments and supports of me and just wondering what's going on. And so they learned some stuff from me about the Emmy process. And so thank you. I totally appreciate you out there. Yeah, of course, I got the 5%. A couple of folks, and people surprised me, actually, people who surprised me, who were negative towards me about it. And not who I thought, not from who I thought it would be. That's what's so funny. I'm not going to out those people. I'm not going to do all that. But there are a couple of things I do want to address, which I think is really interesting. Because some things they said, I'm like, I think I should address that. It's a good talking point. One person, I want to clear this up. One person was like, "Do you think it's a conspiracy against you that you were not right?" I said, "No, I've never said that. I've never said in the video. What I said in the video is exactly what I'm thinking. There's some miscommunication. There's some disorganization. I'm a professional organizer. I run events. I know how easily that can happen. But also, you have to run a business. It's like a business when you run events." And so I don't think it's like let's keep James Lott Jr. out of there. I mean, I don't. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. It could be, but I don't. I don't think it's that big like that. I think it's more of a miss. Something's amiss because I was denied last year. I said, and then given the go ahead. So it's like it was just I just think there's something amiss. But I want you guys know because of this or all of this though, I have heard from the daytime Emmys. PR people. So I'm in talks right now. I'll give you guys another update later once things are settled one way or another. But I'm in talks with them. So I just want you guys to know that. So it's good. But some of the points that some people have brought up to me that I want to also clear up to you and just kind of say I don't know what's going on. One was somebody accused me of bashing General Hospital on my shows, and I'm like, no, I don't do that. I don't bash. I mean, I guess when I do opinion shows. Trust me, people who bash these shows, you can tell me there's people who do way worse than I do. We call it Shady Sunday, our soap block, our whole soap block. We're Dish Days. We call it Shady Sunday, all in fun. But like we don't bash actors. We don't bash. We don't bash. We give opinions. And what I do is I also stand up for myself. I stand up for things. So I will call out racism, colorism, sexism, ageism. I do that in my reviews. I do. So if someone thinks that's bashing, I guess that's what they call bashing. That's fine. But for me, I'm one of the biggest, and I mean, and the shows tell me this themselves. They recognize it. The actors recognize it. And a lot of families, one of the biggest champions of soap opera. I'm not on Twitter X bashing the shows at all. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I'm actually like, let's see what happens. The new writers on GH are here. Let's see what happens. The pacing is bad, but I love this. Me and Frank talk about what we love as much as what we don't like. So I feel like we are kind of, we're fair and balanced for the most part. There was one character I did not like on the show. Yes, and that was a couple of years ago, and that person not anymore. But for the most part, I'm always like giving both sides. Like I really enjoyed these scenes between Anna and Jason. Or I really enjoy it. I'm like, no, I don't. And here's the thing. If I was just negative on any of these soap shows I do, then the networks wouldn't work with me. So I work with the networks. If they thought I would, they said they recognize the biggest champion of soap opera. So I get interviews all the time of their talents. They have no problem. If they didn't trust me, or I thought I was just negative all the time, they would have blackballed me also. And they haven't. I work with Y&R and B&B and GH. I know the guys at the Bay. I know the guy now work with the guys at Neighbors. I know folks at Days. Like I don't have that problem. So I don't think it has anything to do with the Emmys. ABC Disney, which is not running the Emmys, I'm on their main list. So when Steve Burton came back that first time, I was on there. Judy Francis. I mean, I'm part of all those lists. So there's been no problems whatsoever. So I don't think any of that has to do with any of the Emmys. But I just personally don't think I bash my shows. But if you think I do, then people think I do, then I do. But I don't think I do. I think we give our takes on them, and luckily, I mean, I think there's other shows that are way way more intense and worse than we are. We laugh on our shows, we cry on our shows, we relate our personal lives on our shows. I've been doing it for almost 10 years. I've always been the same. So if this was the case, if things like if I was going to be blackballed, it should have happened by now. If it would happen, I have a hard time making it all of a sudden now, whatever. But I have recognized this is a good moment though. When you speak out, like I do, I've been very critical of Samoa Digest. Yes, this person brought it up. That part's true. I have, right over the years. I know people that work there and stuff, and some of them are very nice. There were some of the writers there are very nice. It's not their the writers. It's not about them. They're nice, but some of the higher ups just have never featured anything that we've done in 10 years. And I've had some big events happen. I've been featured in other magazines like People Magazine, things like that, but I've not been featured in there ever. So I've always been just kind of critical of that. But I've also said I understand if now they're like, "Ooh, screw him." So I get it. It's their publication. They don't have to have me in there. No publication has to have they don't have to have me in there. So I've learned that sometimes it keeps you out of spaces, but it still doesn't mean I'm not successful or that I can't have a show that's great. I do. My product is still good, and I stand by it. I believe it. I stand by my words, and I know that it may turn off some fans, and I say, go away. I don't. That's fine. Go ahead. Then don't like me. Whatever you want to do, it's fine. I accept it because that's your right. That's what's so great about being in a free, especially here in a free country. You can say, James and them are not my cup of tea. I'm not really a fan of the way they do their show. I like 10th floor GH instead, or I like this, or I like the chat instead, or I like this, that. That's fine. You may not like the chat and go, I like this instead. And there have been some relationships I've had thorny past with that have been repaired actually, and we get along great. And at the Emmy, like I said, at the Emmy red carpet get-togethers, we're also happy to be there. We're there together. We're supporting each other. Make sure our looks look good. We look good, and I agree. Well, it's a big family now down there. That's why I love it. We don't look at each other as competition. We're all down there having a good time. It's long hours, a long day, and we support each other's work. So, like I said, I'm not perfect by no means at all. I've never purported to be perfect or whatever. And I know that my mouth, if I say something, that somebody can still take it a certain way and not like it. That's fine. I totally get that. I'm never going to back down. I'm always going to talk about issues. The soaps aren't my whole world. They're not. I do a lot of things. The soaps are a big part. I love them. I like being a part of the community. I mean, I just love my people. I watch soaps. I was, like I said, since I was 10 years old, and so they're a part of my life. But I also understand. I treat them like I treat every other. I do my Star Wars shows. I do nighttime shows. I treat it all the same. I do opinion-based work. I also do interviews and let them talk, and I ask them questions, people from the shows, and let them talk also. I spotlight them. So I never invite anybody on. I never attack them when they call my shows. People want me to. And I say, I will never do that. I'm not going to bring somebody on my show and then attack them. But we talk about sometimes difficult subjects and fandoms, and we talk about it, but we're not gatekeepers. I'm not a gatekeeper. I don't like, you have to be this way to like this. Nope, none of that stuff. But I do understand I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And I completely accept that. I mean, that's everybody's not going to like you. And I know that. And you can't get into every space, but I'm getting into other spaces right now through my other work, and I'm enjoying that. So just for me, I love the soaps. I love the daytime community, and I want to be spread out as much as I can, but I'm not going to sacrifice my integrity. So if I feel something about colorism or sexism or homophobia, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to mention it. And most of the time when I bring this stuff up, it is for conversation. I want people to talk. It is for conversation purposes. So hopefully it will create a dialogue. And a lot of times it does. And there are folks who agree and folks that don't. But I appreciate all the folks who do watch my videos and come to whatever conclusions they come to. You have a lot of choices. You don't have to watch me. There's a lot of choices out there. Some may be better than me and others may be worse. Who knows? But I do appreciate it. And I'm one of the biggest champions of this soap genre. I want it to continue. I want it to last. I want it to be bigger. I want it to be broader and brighter. That's exactly what I want. And I know many of you want the same thing. So that's why I just want to say, I just kind of want to follow up, but we'll see what the Emmy situation is. I'm in talks right now. We'll see. I got an email, so we're working on something. So we'll see what's going on. I will keep you posted, of course. Daytime Today is on all social media platforms. James Lott Jr., JLJ Media are too. We will be here. So on Sunday, I can tell you guys here first. On Sunday, the soap block will be back. That won't be at the Emmys or on Friday. Saturdays, we'll be back. And we'll be doing our daytime Emmys special. We do a Walker Ragsdale, Jerry Waggett, and Candace Mack Sunday night. So we're picking a time. I'll be doing a flyer shortly and sending it out to everybody so you can see what time that is. And I look forward to see you guys on that because you guys seem to love our yearly thing that we do. So we're very excited about that. I'm James Lott Jr. Talk to you next time.